Team Jackson, what's happening? So, I saw this post actually a little while back. I just forgot to speak on it, so we're going to do it today. It says, my best friend was dating this guy for a couple months. She broke up with him because she said he was too nice. She wanted a man that had attitude and toughness to him. I told her she was making a mistake and he was a good man, but she made up her mind. I ran into him at a concert 6 months later, and he said he wasn't mad over the breakup and they were better off as friends. We kept in touch and remained friends until one day he asked me out on a date. I wanted to do things right, so I asked my best friend if she was okay with me dating him, and she told me if I did, we wouldn't be friends anymore. She said it's girl code, and even though she is in a new relationship, he is still off limits. I'm torn because I like him, and he's a good guy. I feel my best friend is being selfish. Would I be wrong if I went out with him and said nothing about it to her? Or should I respect the code and tell him no? Now, I saw opinions going both ways on this. I saw people saying, you know what, the friend is being selfish, and I also saw people saying you had no business trying to date this girl's ex. I'm gonna tell y'all when I made up my mind about this whole situation, the point where she said she broke up with him because really it don't matter what the details are about a breakup. I feel like if there was a breakup that happened, it had to be because there was a relationship in place. You don't break up with somebody because y'all went out on a few dates. You don't break up with somebody because y'all messed around a little bit. You only break up a relationship. So with that being said, yeah, I do think her friend was wrong in telling her, we can't be cool if you go out and date this guy. Only because I think her friend should have said, no, you go do what you do, but fuck you and him. I'm not fucking with you for the simple fact that you even had the nerve to come and ask me if you can date my ex. Like, I don't get how people do friendships these days where your friend is in a relationship with somebody and you not telling your damn self that person is off limits. It shouldn't even been the best friend to have to say this person is off limits if your values is right. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, because she glossed over a lot of shit. Like, I can read between lines. I'm sure y'all can too, but we're gonna read it today. She talking about she wanted to do things right. I'm gonna tell y'all why she did things wrong way before she got to the point where she asked her best friend if she could date this guy. She said she ran into him 6 months later, and whatever, he wasn't mad, whatever. We kept in touch and remained friends. Hold on. So you ran into your best friend's ex and y'all kept in touch, meaning y'all exchanged information to be able to keep in touch. Be it Instagram or be it phone numbers. You exchanged information with your best friend's ex. Clearly didn't tell her about that part. And y'all kept in touch. So the whole time you best friends with your homegirl, you keeping in touch with her ex. And she don't know nothing about it. It can't be that platonic talking about, oh, we stayed friends, but we all know, even though you may be friends with somebody, everything ain't all friendly. He clearly felt comfortable even asking you out on a date, meaning there had to be some flirtation. It could have been even more shit going on. But you didn't tell her anything until he asked you out on a date. And then she said, if you do this, then I'm not cool with it. And you talking about, oh, she's being selfish, she's in a whatever. That don't even matter. I don't care if she's in a new relationship. I don't care why they broke up. They could have broke up because she liked the air on 70 and he liked it on 69. They could have broke up because she wanted him to grow dreads and he wanted to keep his bald fat. It really don't matter. At the point that this man became your best friend's relationship partner, he should have been 100% completely off limits for the rest of y'all lives. Unless you and your friend fell out and you don't fuck with her no more, that's a completely different conversation. But I'm going to tell you why we should all know who we dealing with even more so. She goes on to say, would I be wrong if I went out with him and said nothing about it to her? So even after the best friend tell you, hey, I'm not feeling that shit, you still considering going out with her ex and just not telling her. That tells you what kind of character that we dealing with here. And then she says, or should I respect the code and tell him no? Meaning she's fully aware of the girl code. Richard, really, I don't think it's a girl or a guy code. I think it's a real code. Just the real code. Just whatever the fake code is the opposite of that. But she understands what the code is and talking about, should I respect the code? There's never an instance where you should not respect any code. If there's a code in place, if it's not toxic, and this one ain't toxic. So with that being said, I'm understanding, people were like, well, she should be able to have happiness. Why can't she have her blessing? I'm not saying nobody should not be able to be happy and have their blessing, but there's 7-point-something billion people in the world. You can find your happiness outside of the pool of your best friend's exes. I promise you that. This girl is trifling. Point blank, period. But y'all let me know what you think in the comments. And if you've ever invested in somebody who is as trifling as this person, I'm doing a free crown recovery class. You can register at the link in the caption or in the bio. I'll let y'all later. Peace.